Terrifier is a 2011 short. Aha, I gotcha, because you're thinking Terrifier the movie from 2016. And actually Damien Leone, who created the Terrifier franchise, he created a short called The Ninth Circle, which was actually the first one to feature Art the Clown. However, I'm going to be talking about Terrifier from 2011, and this really helped jumpstart Damien Leone's career. But we get to watch it pretty much uninterrupted on Tubi for free now, so check it out while you can and if you can in your area. Art the Clown was portrayed by Mike Gianelli, and I'm hoping I am pronouncing your name correctly. In the Terrifier films, Art is portrayed by David Howard Thornton. Okay, I think I pretty much explained the whole storyline of Art the Clown at this point, but still, watch this video here. I will walk you through Terrifier, the short from 2011, and I do strongly suggest that you watch the movie on Tubi. There's actually a director's cut or a director's commentary edition where they'll play all of Terrifier and basically run it again with Damien Leone, giving a lot of cool information about how they shot certain scenes, behind the scene facts. I love it. I'll probably do a video on that too. But anyway, we just got that all straightened out about Damien Leone and Mike Gianelli, how he's the OG Art, and I really hope you enjoy this video, so let's go on.
Wow, a clown! Do you think he's evil?
But I'm going to give you the basic storyline of Terrifier, and I am going to maybe talk about 2/3 of the film. There's a lot of violence in this movie, and of course, you know damn well that that YouTube will not let me show it. Plus, I don't want to show the whole thing or talk about the whole thing because I want you to enjoy it if you've never seen it. Even if you have seen it, watch it with commentary. Like I said, it's a great bit of information Damien Leone gives out, and I absolutely love it. But I will talk about Terrifier now. We see a woman driving in her car, listening to Happy Halloween music on the radio. And that's when she sees a sign saying last chance for gas. And of course she's on empty. She gets to the gas station and she can't find anyone, so she gets out and knocks on the door. And that's when we see this clown barreling out and a man yells for him to get out of there. The man is the attendant to the gas station and the clown, Art the Clown. They do not call actually anyone by any name, but I'm going to refer to the clown as Art the Clown because we all know that's who he is. The man doesn't have a name, the woman doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to call him man and woman. So apparently Art has smeared his excrement everywhere in the bathroom. He's joking about it, he holds up his hands like, haha, yeah, I did. And then Art turns and looks at the woman who's standing there staring back at him. And the attendant gets Art's attention again and said, I'm serious, get out of here before I call the cops. Later on, the attendant is fueling up the woman's car, and she said, why didn't you call the cops? He said, well, I got an hour left in my shift. I don't want to deal with the paperwork. The guy's gone, and I have plenty of blunt instruments to get him with if he comes back. The woman mentions she's lost, so he tries to write out a map for her and explain how to get back on the interstate, and she's also working in some movies. She's a costume designer. And this is when they hear something coming from inside the station, a noise. So the man tells the woman, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back!
She's out here by herself at the gas station in the middle of the night. It's dark out, pretty secluded. So eventually she decides to go inside and investigate and see where the man is at. She walks in and she can hear kind of a sawing sound. She opens up a door and sees the man's body and Art the Clown on top of him, sawing off his head with a hacksaw. And he can barely make it out, but he has his bag of goodies, his garbage bag full of instruments. So anyway, she freaks out and she runs away. She's on the phone while she's driving and she tries to call 911, but there's a lot of static. And this is when she sees, as she's driving, Art the Clown holding a sign that says circus, like he's hitchhiking. Now, to me, that always reminded me of the scene from the miniseries from 1990, It. And now she has a low battery on her phone, and she nearly runs into a white van. She swerves and she stops her car, and that's when Art comes to her car on the outside trying to get in. He's pulling off. This is why you always lock your doors now. When you're driving, always lock your doors because some psycho can come up and try to get in your vehicle. Lock your doors. So she takes off and she sees this car on the side of the road with the hazards on. So she stops behind the car thinking, thank God I can get some help. And when she pulls up, she sees the woman's face and hands were ripped off, possibly eaten, because that seems to be Art's MO. So she runs back to her car, she starts driving, and this is when Art the Clown peeks his head out from behind her. He's in the back seat. Again, always lock your vehicle. And he takes plastic wrap and wraps around her face, and she's struggling and she crashes her car. And if Art actually flies, it's not funny.
Why are you laughing?
Art actually flies over the seats, the front seats, and hits his head on the dashboard. So she runs out. And she finds this old abandoned shack, it looks like. She runs in, she locks the door, barricades the door from the inside, and sits back, and out of nowhere, Art crawls out from the dirt floor. Like he burrowed under that thing like a mole and comes up. And this is just like nightmare fuel. Like this is weird stuff that's happening, illogical stuff. How he got to these places, we don't know, but he did. And he starts attacking her with his flail. And as he's doing this, Art stops and looks at it like something's missing from this. And that's when the woman notices a scalpel on the floor. And she stabs Art in his eye and then stabs him in the back. And he's laying on the ground, flat on his face. She doesn't double tap. She runs out, though. And she sees a car driving, so she steps out in front of it and she says, I need help. Drive away. The guy's trying to get some information from her, but she's just freaking out and she's trying to explain what's happening, but of course this isn't going to make sense to anybody. Another car pulls up behind them. And of course, this is Art. He's come back once again. He drives up to meet the driver, and he and the driver make eye contact. And of course, Art pulls out his wild card, which is the gun. He shoots the man in the head. The car is flying off the road and hits a tree. The woman then wakes up and she sees that she's laying down. She looks side to side, and there are some bloody, like rusty instruments. And Art is sitting in a chair, just looking at her and laughing at her. She looks down, her arms and legs have been amputated, terrible words carved into her flesh, and she's having a complete mental breakdown. And it ends. That's how it ends. So right now it's available on Tubi for free. With Terrifier 3 being released in theaters recently, I thought it would be really fun to go back and watch some of the older stuff, the origins of Art, if you will. Although I have read that Damien Leone said that Terrifier films and the other films like All Hallows Eve, for instance, are not within the same universe.
People are becoming a bit confused.
Alright, so we're going to talk about Art the Clown and the different series, movies, shorts he was in, because Art the Clown is actually everywhere nowadays. So 2008, we have The Ninth Circle, which is Art's first appearance. He looks totally different. 2011, Terrifier, which is what we are talking about today, the short. And then from 2013, written and directed by Damien Leone. All Hallows Eve, mostly an anthology of different shorts. 2016, Terrifier, which a lot of people learned about Art and Terrifier from that film. 2022, Terrifier 2. And this year, we are very lucky. We have another Terrifier, Terrifier 3, 2024, and there will be a fourth installment.
Now that we've learned this, let's continue.
The actress who plays the woman in this Terrifier short, she actually plays a receptionist in Terrifier 3. She has a very, very quick scene. Great little Easter egg. So have you seen this short, Terrifier? Have you seen the other Terrifier films? Do you plan on watching it? Or have you heard me talk about the short and like, nah, this isn't for me? It's understandable. Terrifier isn't for everyone, but you know, he has a great little following there. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you like my little talk through of this short. Have a good day. Bye.